living life with loved ones close to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you everybody for coming in the video today, guys. We got a big one today. Big one that was leaked. Today, guys, we're going to talk about when the Sledgehammer Games guy came into this guy's video game company thing, and they did a presentation there, and he jumped in, and he recognized that they were making a presentation about the next Call of Duty, and they were talking about this puppy right here. The F117 was being talked about in that press conference presentation. And today, guys, I'm going to be reading the email that this guy did not sign anything. So he had the rights to tell what he saw in that press conference. And I'm going to be reading that press conference, or his email right now. Hello, this may be out of place, but I didn't sign anything, so we should be good. I work at Lockheed Martin, and some folks from a gaming studio called Sledgehammer Games were at my office a few months ago. The only reason I'm bringing this up now is because my daughter encouraged me to share this information online, because it hasn't been talked about, especially seeing as I didn't sign anything, which I think everybody else did. Anyways, in February of 2016, a group of game designers visited my office and wanted information on the F117 Nighthawk. Some senior guys in my department had worked on back in the late 70s. They wanted to know stuff about the physics behind it, how it performed, and startup procedures the pilot would have to undergo in order to take off. They spent about 2 weeks at the offices, the employees that you needed to sign up for. From what I understand, the people attending the presentation had to sign up to some legal forms saying that they wouldn't talk about the contents of the presentation. I was on my way out that evening when I decided to poke my head in the presentation for a few minutes. I walked right into the auditorium and stood in the back. It was a rather bland presentation for a video game. It was just a PowerPoint. They talked about their game was releasing in Q4 of 2017, and that it would be an installment in the Call of Duty franchise. They also briefly talked about a level where the player would be flying an F117. Additionally, they showed a slide featuring an image to showcase graphics in the game. The character's realism shocked me. It looked just like real life. I remember the character was a younger guy with a scruffy looking beard. I think he had a sweatshirt and a bulletproof vest on, in addition to a cool looking Bonnie hat. The hat is the thing I remember the most. I also recognized the patch he had on, and it was the British Special Forces, or SAS. The character was sitting on a curb smoking a cigar and holding a bullpup-looking rifle. Very cool. The developers explained that the image was taken from a level in the game called The Troubles. They didn't elaborate any more on that. They went through a few other slides explaining how their goal was to make the game as realistic as possible. When it comes to the physics of the various equipment and vehicles they learned while at Lockheed, I left the room after that as developers were thanking everyone. Whatever game this is, I'm definitely going to buy it. So there you go, guys. That is the email that was leaked from a guy who was in the office, and he was surprised to see that the Sledgehammer Games guys were there, and he jumped in on a presentation, and he found all this information, and there's a lot of information about it that will be going in a different video, or you never know, I might be going over it right now, but here we go. So the guy in the email says he knows a coworker that knows the F117 was built back in the Vietnam War. Guys, I think we're basically confirming that this will be in the Vietnam War. Now it's just all that matters is the title and the guns and all that stuff. But we have so many hints going back to the Vietnam War, and this guy basically leaked it a lot of a character with a British Forces patch, and he had a Bonnie on, and he was smoking a cigarette. And basically, guys, I think we're going back to the Vietnam War. If you guys enjoyed this email and you guys enjoyed this video, like a thumbs up button. We'll see you guys later.